What do you do, people? It's your boy Dre Day Everyday, back with another topic for you. And today we're going to talk about maturity and what maturity actually is. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because being an being an adult nerd, you will run into people who don't classify as nerds that will try to tell you that your hobby slash interest isn't mature, but their hobby slash interest is mature. And maturity has nothing to do with hobbies and interests, you know, because if we're talking about if we're talking about the concept of maturity, maturity is more of a a thought process. Well, there are actions to it, but it's just not hobbies and interests. Like, say for instance, me, I collect action figures and I play video games. But so based on the eye test, I'm supposed to be immature in contrast to a person who drinks alcohol because it's considered an adult beverage, and they may what else? And they fix cars. Those are more, I guess, mature hobbies, so to speak. Which is not the case because, first of all, let's just take the concept of alcohol. They put an age limit on when people can buy it. But when I was in school, motherfuckers, and I'm sure it's still going on today, motherfucking underage kids are going out and buying this shit and consuming it. And on a flip side to that same concept, if alcohol is an adult beverage, what the fuck is water? Is that a kid's bet? Like, what the fuck is a soda or something? Like, so and then go to the car. Let's say you fix cars or whatsoever. You you do all of these things, and let's just say on the flip side, say for instance somebody comes up to you and disagrees with you, and you immediately go into a thought process of fighting somebody. You don't know how to disagree with somebody without communication. But this person over here that collects toys can engage you in conversation and tell you about why they collect toys, what the toys mean to him, have their bills paid, um, knows how to disagree, things of that nature. This is immaturity. You know what I'm saying? Like, people take things all the time and just flip them around. I feel like maturity is you know how to handle yourself when faced with adversity. Handle yourself without immediately going to like fists or something like that, because that's a communication issue. That's immaturity. Like, you don't know how to. You got to learn how to communicate. Hell, what's the whole concept of? Let's say, for instance, you do fix cars, and somebody walks up and asks you, "So how do you do this?" You can't even explain what you do. You just know how to do it. Because I know people that are like that. They just know how to do things, but they don't know how to explain what it is they like to do. And then it gets to a point where someone asking you questions feels like you're being interrogated. It's like, if you look at people with just basically inquisitive minds or asking you a question as interrogation, this immaturity. You don't know how to fucking communicate. You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, somebody who collects as a sneakerhead up against somebody who collects cars. Like, these hobbies have nothing to do, and I'm not saying that either side is. I'm not saying which side you should be on in terms of your hobbies or your hobbies. I'm saying that these things do not fucking define maturity. You know, just because you might see someone who collects, they collect silverware from different eras. You know what I'm saying? If there's something that's out there, it if there's something that exists in the world, there's somebody somewhere that's going to be collecting it. Down to, it might be certain napkin styles. You know, That's plugging into the nerd community. And when you really get on eBay and start searching things, you can just kind of see what people are into. Like I remember my grandmother had what was it, Buffalo nickels? Was it Buffalo nickels or Buffalo pennies? But she collected coins from different eras. Well, I hadn't seen I haven't seen no one spend a Buffalo nickel ever since I was born. I was born in '82. So, but yeah, your hobbies and your interests, that has nothing to do with maturity. How you carry yourself. You're a grown man and you can't even look people in your eye. You can't even look people in their eye when they're talking to you. If somebody asks you a question, you fucking dismissive about something. Yeah, you that's immaturity. Or you could be you could potentially be shy because some of these characteristics can line up with other things, but your just hobbies and interests just have nothing to do with a level of maturity. You could be staying with someone as a roommate and y'all agreement was okay, you'll pay this bill, that bill, they pay this bill, that bill. And when it's time for when it's time for the bills to come out and you're the person that doesn't have your side of the agreement consistently due to you wanting to go spend money on your adult idea of maturity, drinking, getting drunk. You can't drink responsibly. Motherfucker, you don't got your money when it's time to pay up. That's immaturity. Not shit about, oh, you do this, you do that. Like, nah. So, yeah, maturity has nothing to do with whatever it is you like to do. You might like the color. You might like these things that we do here on the nerd side. They bring us tranquility. These things, they make us happy. A lot of people are walking around in a day-to-day sense with no happiness. They haven't explored what their actual interest is. They're just, they think that this little few things that they do is the whole construct of what adulthood is. Man, I was raised to believe that you grow out of video games. I was made to believe that you grow out of collecting toys. Man, a few of these Dragon Ball figures that I have up here, is that, yeah, Vegeta right here? That motherfucker is worth 200 and last time I checked it was like $230 something. I'm gonna get a picture off. I'm gonna get a few pictures and put it right here to show you how much the motherfuckers worth. I can't pay $60 for that, nigga. I'm collecting art that can be resold, nigga. You don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? So, whenever you things that are, I think immaturity will be more tied with things that are when you're ignorant to something and speaking on it. That's a brand of immaturity. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to do with this person might like collecting, I don't know, just name it. This person might like collecting fucking shower caps. That has nothing to do with how mature this person is. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I just want to throw that whole concept out there because, it, for me, I don't get offended when people say, oh, this is immature. I get offended at the idea that so many these people who have these ideas, they have communication issues and they can't even express why they feel like what is what, or why you feel like what I'm doing is this, that, and the third. Like, I can communicatively express myself on any level. You want to sit up here and tell me I'm immature, but I can't ask you 2 or 3 questions without you getting defensive. But I'm immature. Like I said, we got to get these conversations cleaned up. We got to get these thought processes cleaned up and get these concepts more understood on a mature level. So we're not walking around doing immature shit and calling other shit immature, but you're the one that's immature. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got to this topic. Till next time, peace.